Hi, today my video is about the dome light on a Ford Escape 2008 model, and the problem that a lot of people have posted is the dome light not working in the door position. So when you open your door it does not work, but when you push the buttons it does work. So I took it took it apart and found out what the problem is. So I just wanted to share with you guys, and I think this issue has come up on a lot of other Ford vehicles as well, so it might help somebody like Explorer or Expedition. So basically, all I did was remove the from the vehicle. Just there's a glass on top. You can just put a screwdriver or some kind of plastic to pry underneath with a credit card or something, and just pop these tabs out, and then the whole thing comes off. Then there are two screws that is holding this assembly to the roof. So with the Phillips head, you can just go ahead and remove these, and this thing will come apart. Then what you'll have is this whole thing mounted on top, and there's a wire that comes into this tab right here, which you can just pull off with a pair of needle nose pliers. And there's another connector that goes at the very end right here, which if you just press it from the bottom, you can just release that. There's a tab right here which you can just press on, and this whole thing will come off. So once you have the wiring harness comes off, this wire right here, you'll have to drag it down from here, and if you touch this metal with that thing, it'll create a spark and burn your fuse. So make sure you don't do that. Take that, once you remove this, make sure you tape it with something insulated, so even if you touch this, it's not gonna make a difference. So now keep in mind you have to take it out from this hole. So anyways, that's how you remove it basically. Once you have it removed, in some cases the button is not moving for some people, and that is because on this side you will see there's burn marks, and I can guarantee you will see that burn mark on your thing. So what exactly happens is the way it's designed is kind of like poor, I would say, because the surface that you see right here is basically, once you move the switch, there is a tab that makes contact with that surface. And I know it's kind of hard to see because of the lighting. I'll try my best to show it to you guys. See that small thing, and it makes a contact with the metal piece at the bottom, and there's a metal piece on top, and then this is the bottom. So once you move it, it touches that, right? And the way Ford designed it basically was not making a good surface contact. And what happens over time is once you have it on door position like this, you have all the current passing through with the lights on, and this element gets heated up because it's not making a good contact. So it heats up, and over time it starts melting that plastic piece right there that you see the burn marks on. And once that basically gives up, it pops up a bunch of plastic over top of the contact and covers that up. So now once you move the switch, guess what, it does not work because there is no contact coming up. So that's why your door light is not going to work, but the rest will work because the rest of the circuit is complete. So once you push the button, this has nothing to do with this contact, so it will work. So it has nothing to do with the fuse or anything. A lot of people were checking their fuses, but that's it, guys. So all I had to do was take it apart with some sharp screwdrivers. Like, I try to clear that plastic away. And what I did was I pry up this metal piece at the bottom. I just put some kind of screwdriver at the bottom and just try to lift it up a little bit, not too hard, because what you want is this metal piece to lift up a little bit, so it'll make some contact with that thing. Also had to I put a small sandpaper and try to scrape some of the gunk from there, just so it makes a good clear contact. And then this bent part inside on the switch part, I had to lift it and adjust it a little bit, just to make sure it's making good contact when I slide it over. And mine is still a little bit crooked, but I'm gonna fix that before I put it in, because if you don't fix it, then guess what, you're gonna run into the same issue. It's gonna if it's making very less contact surface, it's gonna heat up over time, which will cause the plastic to start burning, and then will cause a problem again. So that's what basically it. And those things are called hot spots, and that's very common in electricity, having those hot spots, and those hot spots will do damage. So that's pretty much all there is, guys. Once you clean this up, and then once this is making good contact, you put everything back in the reverse position, and your problem should be solved. Hope this helps.